Welcome back. As you know, I am Eli, the computer guy, here for the Daily Blob, where I shake my brain nipples every day to get some of that dirty, dirty YouTube money so I can actually afford to provide you folks in-person, hands-on technology education to empower you to do whatever the hell it is you want to do in Durham, North Carolina. Silicon Dojo, silicondojo.com. We just had a class on AI and SQL. We're about to have a class on AI and web scraping. If you're interested to look at the classes we are offering in person, go to silicondojo.com to look at our schedule. Do remember, free to the end user is not actually free. That's why I shake my brain nips every day. If you'd like to help support the project, there is a donor box link down below. And yeah, we really showed China, man. That's right, the West stood up and has won. We showed the China, man. Hold on a second. Yeah, what did we show the China, man? I get we are really proud of showing Chinaman something. I'm starting to feel like we showed Chinaman our penis for some reason. Did we send dick pics to the Chinaman? Is that what the Western world did? That would make more sense than this crap show. Anyways, welcome back to our favorite telenovela. The saga of Nexperia. How the West sends dick pics to President Xi. Oh, the geopolitical equivalent of dick pics. So anyways, Nexperia, run through it. Nexperia is a company that produces chips for the automotive sector. Basically, they've got a headquarters in Europe. They have wafer manufacturing in Europe. They send those products to China to actually be packaged into the actual product itself. Those products then get shipped to auto manufacturers and people who create subcomponents or subsystems for the auto manufacturers, whole nine yards. The Netherlands, for some reason, about a month ago, decided to seize Nexperia because they thought the CEO of Nexperia was doing, or Wingtech is a company that owned Nexperia, was doing something weird. So basically, Nexperia is owned by a Chinese company. So the Netherlands seized Nexperia. Chinese said, what the fuck's going on? And so basically they told the Chinese packaging division that they no longer had to respond to the Nexperia headquarters, and then the Chinese government also said that the Nexperia in China could no longer send out their finished products. The problem is, now basically everybody in the world, other than Toyota, just to put this on the table, Toyota is the only one not complaining here, but apparently everyone in the world, every other car manufacturer in the world other than Toyota relies on these Nexperia chips, and that's causing a disaster across the global automotive sector, right? Honda has had to shut down a manufacturing facility in Mexico. Brazilian auto manufacturers are having to idle plants. Alabama in the United States, we have plants that are going down to reduce capacity. Europe, obviously, is having plants go down to reduce capacity. Japanese, like in Japan, Japanese auto factories are going down to reduce capacity. And you've got to follow along. You got to follow. It's like, you know, I feel like this is one of those times when my wife walks in to, like, when I'm watching Battlestar Galactica and I'm like halfway through the third season, and she's like, yeah, so can you catch me up? And you're like, what? This is Battlestar. We're like 80 shows into this series. Not really sure how to catch you up. Those are robots, they're trying to kill them. Those are humans, they're trying to survive. I don't know how much more I can tell you, right? That's kind of what I feel like with Nexperia. It is the telenovela I wake up to in the morning. So yeah, the latest idiocy with this is apparently the Netherlands are like, they're trying to figure out how to walk the fuck out of this. They're trying to be like, oops, oopsie, do-over, whatever. So yeah, coming from Reuters, Netherlands ready to drop control of Nexperia if chip supply resumes, Bloomberg News reports. So basically the Netherlands is willing to say oopsies if China starts shipping the damn chips again. Because apparently, and this will be shocking for some Europeans out there, Europe doesn't actually have very fucking much power on the world stage. They still think they're empires. They're not so much anymore. Everybody else has more power. And so basically, they try to strong arm China, and China just decked their asses. And so now they're trying to save face, be like, I don't want to fight. Wait, what? You came up, you cold cocked China out of nowhere. Fucking China hammers you back, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I didn't want to fight. How can we make this better? Oh, lordy. The Dutch government is ready to shelve the order that gave it power to block or change key corporate decisions at chipmaker Nexperia if China resumes exports of critical chips, Bloomberg News reported on Friday. Dutch Economy Minister Vincent Karaman said on Thursday he believes computer chips made by Nexperia will reach customers in Europe and the rest of the world in the coming days. He added that the Netherlands would quote, support these developments and will take the appropriate steps on our part where necessary. The Bloomberg report said Dutch authorities are willing to suspend the ministerial order as soon as next week if the shipment of supplies resumes and is verified in the coming days. So yeah, that's what's going on in Europe. Hey Europeans, you feeling good? You feeling good? Are you understanding your place on the world stage? I really hope you're starting to grasp your place on the world stage, as in under the stage. So yeah, I don't know. This is the thing. As I've talked about before, I've said it. It's horrible. It's horrible to say. Don't be a racist. Like to start with, don't be a racist. But if you're going to be a racist, at least be fucking effective about it. And I think that's one of the weird things that I see with this whole anti-China thing. It's just everything that's going on is just bad. It's just one, let's stop picking a fight with China. Again, if we need to decouple from China, let's decouple from China. If we need to renegotiate trade agreements, let's renegotiate trade agreements, right? Right, that's what we need. But here's the thing, like all of this blatant racism towards China, and the worst part is the actions that are being taken are so asininely stupid, right? There is this idea that Whitey will tell Chinaman what to do and Chinaman will kowtow. And yeah, Chinaman just doesn't want to anymore. It makes sense, right? United States, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Chinese men, I'm gonna tell this to the fucking whiteys, are actual human goddamn beings too. And if you constantly fucking insult them, if you constantly fuck with them, at some point they're gonna get tired of your shit. And again, if you want to fuck with Kenya, the reality is you can fuck with Kenya. Dear Kenyans, I'm sorry, but the world can fuck with you. If you fuck with Kenya, there's not a lot Kenya can fucking do about it now, is there? It's like, oh no, Kenya is no longer going to import our soybeans. Did you hear? Yeah, we started fucking with Kenya. And then Kenya was like, we'll no longer import your soybeans anymore. And then you say, Kenya imports soybeans? I don't know. How many soybeans does Kenya import? Oh, 3. 3. They will no longer import those 3 soybeans anymore. Darn, our economy is going to lose 25 cents. How will our economy survive? But that's the thing. You can fuck with Kenya. And that's just how it's going to go. But China's not fucking Kenya. Again, we start fucking with them. They just stop buying our soybeans. And one of the things is, right, the abject failure of the Trump administration, you'll notice with China, they said that this year they'll buy half as many soybeans as they normally would. They normally buy 25 million metric tons or however that is they measure it. And now they're next year, they're gonna buy 25 million metric tons. We're told, they have told us they may do it. But this year, they've told us it's only going to be 12 million. Right? So think about it. Half the soybean crop that was grown this year that was supposed to go to China, they're going to have to figure out where the fuck that shit's going to go. Because that's the thing, right? You start fucking with China, at some point China's going to be like, we don't want to buy your soybeans. And then again, you're somebody like me, and you're like, I don't know, how many soybeans does China buy? And then people are like $30 billion worth. No, Yeah, okay, that matters. That's a little bit more than Kenya buys. You know what I'm saying? Or again, like if you try to seize their company, and they have capacity in China, it's not a fucking shock that the Chinese government would say don't export whatever you can, right? If they seize the company, well then they can go fucking figure out how to actually package the chips or whatever else. And so that's the weird thing with all of this. Not only do I think this whole thing is wrong-headed. Again, just on the face of it, China is not our enemy, right? They may be a competitor, right? There's a difference between an enemy and a competitor, right? France is a competitor of ours, but they're not an enemy of ours, right? They might be a competitor, but they're not our enemy. And the problem that I see is just there's this idea of trying to reinforce the concept that they're the enemy. And then the worst part with it is that like what we're doing is so fucking idiotic. It's making the West look like a goddamn joke, right? China does not have to create misinformation about this. Russia doesn't have to create misinformation about this, or North Korea, or anybody else. All they have to do is go look at what the fuck dumbass Whitey did again, right? You think about this with Russia. So during the 2016 election, we were told how Russia was manipulating social media. It was interesting. It went from a lot of misinformation and fake news to like manipulating social media. And one of the things that Russia did is they simply had an ad campaign. And what they did in the ad campaign is basically they advertised like gun rights, NRA ads towards the inner city. And then they advertise abortion services towards the Christian Midwest, right? And the idea is to take things that are very real in the United States that are pretty normal, but then literally advertise to the exact opposite demographic you should be advertising towards to really piss people off, right? And it was interesting news, like, oh my God, can you believe Russia's doing this? And they're like, well, I mean, abortion services are legal in the United States. And so Russia is advertising abortion services in the United States. I mean, it's weird. Should that be illegal, right? Guns are legal in the United States. They're advertising gun rights in the United States. They're just doing it to the groups that are gonna get most pissed off by it, right? Our competitors or adversaries can literally use what we actually do against us. And it's not fake news, and it's not misinformation, and it's not the rest of it, right? And again, you take a look at this, the China and Russia and North Korea can show the rest of the world how fucking incompetent the West is. Because that's one of the things, right? There's this whole idea, again, in business and other relationships, you don't have to like me, but you do need to respect me. And one of the things, right? There's a lot of people out there, and there are a lot of countries out there. They may not like the Western way of doing things, but they feel like they've got to respect it, right? Hey, look, Trump can send stealth bombers halfway around the world to bomb Iran. You gotta respect that. I may not like you, but I have to respect it. And the interesting thing is what we are doing is destroying that concept that we have to be respected, right? If these are the actions that we are going to take in order to go after our adversaries or our competitors, if this is the fucking joke that people can expect out of us, we're just not that threatening anymore. We're just not that threatening anymore. So anyway, the Netherlands is saying they are ready to drop their control of Nexperia if the chip supply resumes. Stop hitting me, China! Stop hitting me! Look at China! China is just beating the shit out of me! It's like, yeah, well, you did walk up and kick them in the balls. You do seem to be leaving out that part of the story, dear Netherlands. So anyways, what do you think about this? What do you think about the telenovela of Nexperia? what do you just think about this whole anti-China shit show? And beyond whether or not we should, what do you think about how comically ineffective we're being? I don't know. Put your thoughts down below. If you like these videos, give us a thumbs up. If you hate these videos, give us a thumbs down. Call me amazing, call me a dumbass. Just be a real Lutnick. Make sure your comment has an American thumb on it and put it down below. As I say, don't ask why our cows and comments have thumbs on them. They just do, because they're Americans. That's what you need to do to be able to bench press shit. Anyways, the thing that I actually care about is Silicon Dojo, silicondojo.com. Free to use your hands-on technology education that empowers you to do whatever the hell it is you want to do. We did a class on AI and SQL a couple of days ago. We're doing a class on AI and web scraping coming up on November 19th. There are more classes that are scheduled. Go to silicondojo.com to see what our schedule is. Again, in-person tech education in Durham, North Carolina. If you want to help support the project, do remember free to the end user is not actually free. There's a donor box link down below. And with that, see y'all later.